Welcome to Small Arms Solutions. Today we're looking at a really neat rifle. This is a company I've been very fond of for many years. In fact, if you go back a few months ago, we did an interview with the president of Battle Arms Development, Mr. George Wang. Battle Arms Development has been some of the most unique and probably innovative advancements in the weapons platform. There's been a lot of excellent accessories, a lot of improved bolt catches, and pretty much any part that's on this rifle that Battle Arms Development has looked at has made an improvement. A lot of what they do is made these parts lighter. They've, again, taken a lot of material out or used different materials and just got rid of any material that really wasn't needed. As time's gone on, they've started off with simple products like scraper tools for M14s, and then they've gone on to develop numerous different parts for the AR-15 M16 series, to where they're at now. They're putting out their own entire rifles, and that happens to be what we have here. Now they have several different types of rifles. They have more of a battle type rifle, a heavier rifle, but this one here happens to be my favorite, which is their Authority Elite. This one happens to be in 5.56 millimeter. The neat thing about this rifle is pretty much every part on here is Battle Arms Development. However, every part that's pretty much on here, you could buy yourself as an upgrade to your rifle. And the way we're going to go through this rifle is as usual, the back to front. We're going to go over all the individual parts and let you know what these parts are that you can buy to upgrade your own rifle. Now, this rifle is not what you would consider cheap, but however, the price for what you're getting is an excellent price. You're looking at an MSRP of $16.99. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to jump right into this. We're going to go over, again, back to front, all the different components, and we're going to take the rifle apart as we do this as well. I've added two parts on here. I've added both the Swamp Fox optic as well as the M-Bus Pro side-mounted backup iron sights. So we're going to take a look at the lower receiver from back to front. The stock we have on here is the B5 Bravo, which is basically a SOCOM type stock, very much modeled after that of the LMT. Now the receiver extension we have on here is a standard mil spec, 6 positions. The buffer we have in here is a standard weight buffer. This is their Ambi-Billet lightweight receiver, which is something that you can buy as well. Now some of the features that you see on here are, we have their brand new Battle Arms Development the EPS enhanced pin system, which you'll see we have some modifications on here. We have a thicker on the right-hand side, and we also have, it sticks out a little bit further on the left-hand side, and we have detents in there where it's easy to use a cartridge or any suitable tool to push that pin inward. It's on both the rear and front position. The safety we have on here is their new Badass Light. These is the ambidextrous system, which is made of 7075 T6 aircraft grade aluminum. These all have different ends as well, where you can put the longer side on the right-hand side or the left-hand side, whichever that you choose. So you have this as an option. Now the Badass or ambidextrous safety system was one of the first products that came out with, and these were extremely successful products, and many OEMs picked that up as well. Now looking at the lower receiver for as far as the magazine catch, we have the EMMR, or Enhanced Modular Magazine Release. Basically, we have a standard magazine release that's modified, and then this slides in place, and it's held in place by a hex screw. It's perfect on your trigger finger for you to be able to engage and disengage. As you can see, we have a lot of material that's removed from this to make this an extremely lightweight receiver. We have an integral trigger guard, which you can see the material has been removed out of here as well. And we also see we have an ambidextrous bolt release. Now this is an ambidextrous bolt release, it's not a bolt catch. If you want to engage the bolt catch, you have to push the lower side of the ping pong paddle here to engage. But to release, you can either hit from the left-hand side on the ping pong paddle, or you can hit the release from the button. Now the pistol grip is also really neat on this as well. It's the ATG, or Adjustable Tactical Pistol Grip. By unscrewing this and loosening it, you're able to adjust your angle that you have for the pistol grip. Now, looking at these parts, you're looking at the adjustable tactical grip. You're looking at $25. The front and rear takedown pins, you're looking at $29.95. For as far as the trigger is concerned, this is also a polished Teflon nickel trigger. It gives you a little bit smoother of a feel. It's something else offered by them for an MSRP of around $70. Now the bolt catch we have on here has very good gripping grooves on it, but you can also see there's some material that's removed And we have that as the enhanced billet bolt catch, and that looking at an MSRP of $42. So basically we have is a basic mil-spec bolt carrier group, which is mag particle and proof tested. The MSRP is $145 on this. You have the carrier key is 4140 stainless steel. And again, everything is torqued properly, and it's also staked in place. The bolt is 9310 steel, which is also, again, mag particle and proof tested. And the extractor is 4140 billet. So you have extremely strong materials. Again, these are not just farmed out as a standard bolt carrier group. This is made to their standards, their specifications, and their material specifications. Now, the charging handle we have on here is also all Battle Arms development. It's called the rack charging handle. Now, one of the things that this was designed to improve was many of these charging handles. If you were to pull on one side, you would pull the charging handle to the side. It would cause wear on one side, and it would also cause damage. They would break. And the way this was developed, so that it would not do that. This is a very strong charging handle. It's very easy to get a hold of on the sides. George goes into this in great depth in our interview that we did. We talked about why he designed this the way he did. So I would really encourage you, for any of these components, to take a look at the interview that we did with him. There's nothing better than hearing from the man himself. So next we have the upper receiver. Again, upper receiver is also billet. As you can see, we have a lot of material that's removed. Now, I did add on to here the new Magpul ejection port dust cover, which is a polymer dust cover. This I thought was a really good advancement to it. This does come with a standard type ejection port dust cover. As you can see, there's no forward assist on here because, well, it's not needed. And it just adds additional weight when it doesn't really give you that much of a benefit. We have a Roscoe barrel on here, which is 4160 chrome moly vanadium. We have a mid-length gas system on here. 1 in 7 twist rifling, which again will use any ammunition that we have out there currently available. Anything from generally 55 grain right up to 77 to 80 grain projectiles. 1/2 by 28 threads on here. You have this is held in by 2 set screws, and it's also a dimpled barrel, and it's all black nitride. Black nitriding is a finish that Battle Arms Development is quite fond of. The gas block is a .750 diameter, low-profile gas block, which is also manufactured by Battle Arms Development, also nitride coated. And you can buy that gas block for an MSRP of $39.95. Now, the muzzle device on here is what they refer to as their thumper muzzle brake. It's MSRP of around $70. Now, this does an excellent job of keeping this muzzle down. There's certainly no question, but you do have the negative aspects like you do with any muzzle brake where it increases sound, the sound rapport in flash. So this is one of those things where you got to decide if it's something that you want or not. Again, it does a very good job as a muzzle brake, so you have to decide whether it's more important for you to have decreased recoil, or if you want to sort of get rid of your flash signature. If you want to get rid of your flash signature, I'd be looking at more along the lines of the Smith Enterprises Vortex type flash suppressors. Now, the handguard we have on here is also a product of Battle Arms Development. It's referred to as the Workhorse. MSRP of around $175. This is a 15-inch. As you can see, it's M-LOK. It does have M-LOK at 3, 6, 9, and 12 o'clock. It's manufactured of 6061 T6 aircraft grade aluminum and weighs about 8.8 ounces. And internal diameter of about 1.36 inches. And if you have a shorter barrel on here, this will house several of the current sound suppressors that are out there. And again, I added the Magpul M-Bus Pro sights on here and the Magpul ejection port dust cover. Now, this is the Swamp Box Tomahawk optic. Now, Swamp Box is something I've just started taking a look at more recently. It's a more affordable option to many of the sights that are out there with the MSRP of around $289. This is a 3x30 with a prism on it. It also has a red dot in it as well. I've had very good luck with it. I certainly would, if those of you who are looking for a good optic where you're not going to spend a lot of money, I would sure take a good look into Swamp Box. But overall, if you look at the Battle Arms Development rifles, virtually every part on this rifle was manufactured either by them or to their specifications. Their reliability is legendary. There is no shortcuts taken on any of these. And speaking with George, he basically had always said that he does not take any shortcuts on his guns whatsoever. They cost what they do to get the quality that he demands from them. So I think what we're going to do now is we're going to take this to the range and we're going to see how it shoots. Well, the best group we got with this was 0.59 inches at 100 yards with the Black Hills ammunition 77 grain OTM. Which again is no surprise. I have to say, of all the ammunition I use, and I use a lot of different kinds, Black Hills has always given me some of the best results that there is. But we did fire a total of 420 rounds, which would include 100 rounds of Black Hills 5.56 millimeter 55 grain full metal jacket, 100 rounds of Remington 223 55 grain full metal jacket, 60 rounds of Norma 223 Remington 55 grain full metal jacket, 60 rounds of SIG 223 75 grain OTM, 100 rounds of SIG 223 55 grain full metal jacket. So a total of 420 rounds. But overall reliability was stellar. That's what you would expect from this. Again, a good lightweight gun. This is certainly one that you can go to, pull off the rack. It's got everything that you would want. Now, some people will complain about the magazine release rather than the magazine catch on the right-hand side. Overall, if you look at the way this is set up, you're right, your figure reaches both very, very easily. And for the most part, with locking the bolt back, you're only going to do that once. You're going to do that when you either load the rifle. After that, every time it shoots its last round, it's going to lock open on the last shot, and you're just going to be using the release anyways. So I guess, in my opinion anyways, it doesn't make much of a difference whether you have a lock or release on the right-hand side. Very easy to get to. All these controls on here are very easy to get to. You don't have to change your grip whatsoever. Again, even with my hands, which are large, even somebody with smaller hands would have no problem manipulating the safety on either side, the magazine release or the magazine or the bolt release on the right-hand side, even engaging the dust cover with the same figure. But, you know, overall, I've been a big fan of these guys for a lot of years, and we do plan on reviewing some of their other rifles as well. They come up with some really interesting things. They probably have the most lightweight AR in the industry right now. They showed that at SHOT Show. We also took a look at that on our interview with George Huang. So we hope to be getting our hands on some of those in the near future. So I do hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, please click like, please subscribe, and even better, share.